Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, we are talking Paradise. Yes, Paradise on Disney Plus Hulu. This is episode 4 titled Agent Billy Pace. The citizens of Paradise celebrate at the annual Carnival. Xavier and Billy delve deeper into their investigation. Guys, if it wasn't obvious, it's going to be spoiler filled, okay? Me and my guests going to spoil it up, down, left, right, in and out, all that good stuff. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Lamont, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I am good, man. I'm always happy to be a co-pilot on your review ship. And if you guys are listening to the sound of our voice, you need to subscribe to the hardest working man on YouTube. That is my little brother, B. Avery. Get with the program or get ran over by the program. Jump on in there and subscribe.
Jump on in there and subscribe to Lamont as well. Man, as you was talking, I know you saw me rolling up my sleeves. We got to get into this. God damn, Lamont. Damn it. Oh, God. That is poor Billy, man. They took him out.
Yeah,
man.
he turned out to be a real G for Xavier. For
you know
Xavier.
What I'm saying? For Xavier. Yeah. That's important.
For Xavier.
For Xavier. Right. I like the highlight right there, because we're going to have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, if we still team Billy or not, you know. But wow, you know, that's how it ended. And of course, it's crazy. And well, actually, let's just stay there for a second, man. Like, I didn't see that coming up until it happened. Now, I really did enjoy this episode, Lamont. I really did. I thought it was fire. Overall, I still have some criticisms. I still have some nitpicks as far as the intricate details towards the end on how we concluded this episode. I thought some of it was just kind of silly. Like, really? You know, like, did you not think this through? And what am I talking about? Should I talk about this now or should I wait? I don't know. I'm passionate about it.
Dive on into it. Dive on into it. Like, yeah. Dive on into it.
What I'm saying is, when Billy went down to Sinatra's lair and confronted her, like, hey, I know that you hired me to do this and we got to do that, but you got to leave Xavier and the kids alone, all right? He throwing stuff on the table and all this stuff. My thing is, why would she verbally admit, do you think that you're the only killer that I brought down here? There's other killers too. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, why would you not think that he has a recording device somewhere on his body, so even if he does end up dead, he got more evidence on your behind? Am I tripping or am I making any sense? I mean, did that cross your mind at all? But that was one little thing that bothered me. Well, how you feeling about that?
That did cross my mind, but not for Sinister Sinatra, for Billy.
Okay, keep going.
You know, now let me just put it like this. Sinister Sinatra is the queen in a chess game while everybody else is a pawn. She has established that. If this bitch is willing to have a mercenary go and kill the people that figure out we can get back outside this damn cave. And now I gotta admit, B. Avery, I ain't seen a cave as nice as this since the Bat Cave. Or this is a nice ass cave. But we don't want to be down here to only 25,000 people on Earth. Well, we can't even say that no more.
You know
there are other people outside this cave.
Yeah.
Billy should have known better. He should have went down there with some backup. He should have went down there with the Green Ranger.
You know what I'm saying?
Dumbass. Like, like you, come on, Will. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Old English had pronunciation issues. So that's why Billy's name is William. You got a lot of these surnames because of the pronunciation issues over time. You got people named Robert or named Bob. Nancy's is Duffy's and Daisy's. And so he's Bill.
Yeah, it took me a long time to learn that in high school, but keep going. I'm sorry, I had that in there.
He went in there to see Sinister Sinatra.
Right.
He went in there as William. His ass left out as Bill Pace. Okay, because he ain't paced his steps properly.
He did
and
not.
So I feel like if this woman had the authority and the power to hire you as a mercenary, you really don't think that she done thought this thing through to have a backup plan for you, Billy? Yeah. Really? Yeah. It was dumb for you to show your hand. Now I liked it. I like that he knocking over cups and shit. I like all that. I like the show of force. Damn, I like it. But you got to be smarter than that, Billy. Yeah. Smarter. And it hurt my feelings. But let me say it like this, and I'm gonna give you the floor back. There was a couple of instances in this episode when, number one, I knew Billy was going to die. And number two, I knew that little old Jane was not innocent little old Jane.
Oh, okay. Okay. She wasn't innocent little Jane. Okay. Okay.
No, I knew when, so let me tell you when I pinpointed all that. So when he had his confrontation with X and he was crying about them being his only family down there, I knew right then he didn't kill the president. And I said to myself, we got to take the glass off him. Who else could it be that they are not wanting us to think about? And I said, two people, president's wife and Jane. And look what happened in the end.
Okay. I see how you got there with that. I didn't put it together that way. I bought it. And I'm mad at myself for buying the whole innocent little girl with the cute carnival dress. You know, I'm just like, oh, look at her. She really does think that, you know, they're going to be together. You know, I'm like, well, I mean, pickers are slim anyway. It's only, well, now it's more than 25. It's only 25,000. So it's not like you can go on Tinder or some dating online site. So I'm being for real though. But I bought it. I laughed my behind off when the black chick right here was like, hey, Billy, we got to talk over to the side, not with your little girlfriend here. She was like, what the fuck are you wearing? I laughed my ass off. That was funny to me. I was also saying, why is she being such a butthole? Why does she have a stick up her rear end? You know, maybe she will get, you know, we'll like her later on because they really are painting her as the booger wolf. You know, y'all can let me know what y'all think. But I bought Jane. I did not know that Jane was evil until Billy walked into the house. And I was like, because you know what? We can talk about it now. When Billy made his little hoorah at the end in front of Sinatra, and then when he went to Xavier, and he was like, hey man, take the sparkler, let's go over here and talk. And he was like, I was like, okay, just tell him right now. I was like, okay, he's gonna get shot in the head right here in front of the kids. In front of Xavier. I mean, he gonna get one in the chest or his head's gonna explode or something crazy like that. And that didn't happen. But his dumb ass talking about, I want to be Billy Pace one more night. I'll tell you tomorrow at noon. I was like, are you serious? This is a classic stereotypical trope of, you know, that this person is gonna die. I will meet you tomorrow, 3 o'clock in the garage at the cliff. I'm like, oh my gosh, could y'all not telegraph this anymore? I was like, he's dead. He's gonna die. He's not making that out this episode. I didn't know how it was gonna happen. I'm thinking that I was like, okay, his head's finna explode in front of Xavier. He's gonna get in the car and he's gonna try to start it and it's gonna explode. You know, or they're gonna run him off the road. I knew it was coming, but I did not know it was gonna come from her. And then when he walked in the house and he was okay, he finna share from, I was like, okay, excellent, made it. Like right before it happened, I was like, wait a minute, she finna kill him. I didn't know how she was gonna do it, but I was surprised by that, man. And while I don't like Billy, I still felt sorry for him. You know, he went out like a G in a sense, you know, out of all of his wrongdoings. And at the same time, and we're gonna talk about his origin story, you know, we can talk about that next and his upbringing and all that with his uncle. But, you know, he did, you know, he had a really effed up life. He did some very, very evil, sinister, diabolical things. But he tried to make do in his last days the best he could. I'm not saying that washed all his sins away. That's not up to me anyway. You know, but I can still say whether I like him or dislike him, you know. So kudos for him for, I guess, trying to turn over a new leaf. Rest in peace, Billy, but you did not play your cards right, sir. Even if you was going out, you could have took out some more pens with you. But, you know, damn, he ain't here no more because this conniving little wench right here is the devil. It is the devil.
I mean, so the minute that he left Sinatra's office, I knew he was a goner. I didn't know it was going to be this episode, but I knew he was a goner. And I hate that they let his panty draws take him out. But that also goes to show you the power of Sinatra. You can't trust nobody down there except for X and his kids and probably the president's son. Those are the only people you can trust. I don't even trust Dr. Gabrielle. She done gave up her panty draws. And we clearly see that Sinister Sinatra is willing to have black widows in the spot, seducing men to take them out whenever she need them. Because what did Jane say to Billy? You told her to send the biggest mofo.
Yeah. And here I am.
So you ain't see me coming.
And what's crazy is, bro, she was the smallest. I mean, was she like $135, if that? You know,
bruh, she probably 99 pounds soaking wet with 2 bricks in her shoes.
Maybe I'm not good at that, but she don't weigh a lot, you know, and so that's interesting. I was watching this. I was like, man, I have so many questions for Lamont because I want to know how you feel more about Xavier and Billy's relationship. Now, you and Xavier have a few things in common. You're both men.
Yeah.
You're both black. You're both married. Yeah. You both have 2 kids, a son and a daughter.
And the daughter is older than the son.
And the daughter is older than the son. I was like, man, I mean, you know, thank God your wife is still here. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? Guess who the uncle of my kids are?
Really? You have a Billy?
A white guy.
Man, I did not know it. The plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So I was asking myself, and Xavier did call Billy out towards the end of the episode, like, bro, did you kill the president? I let you in and I didn't know nothing about you. Yes, Lamont, that is the question. This man did not know anything about Billy and just let him in his home. And so I was saying to myself, okay, this seems extremely foolish to me, but I kept going back and forth like, okay, was this the right decision or a bonehead decision? Because for one, I'm thinking, okay, well, for one, they're not in the real world. If this is the real world and you know what we had in the past and you just let somebody in that you don't know, that's just crazy for Cuckoo Puffs. But at the same time, they are Secret Service agents. So you would assume that they had to pass a lot of tests here and there psychologically that, okay, if this dude is my colleague on the Secret Service, he ain't just some bum from the street. You know what I'm saying? You know, so maybe I can trust him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you already knew something was awry. I mean, I don't know. Was that a good decision from your perspective, being a father, to let Billy in? Because he was in the office, he was doing the research, showed all the stuff that was redacted, criminal record, juvenile. We're going to talk about that. I mean, the whole rap sheet. But on the flip side, since Xavier is Secret Service, you would think that he would do his research too, that he just wouldn't rely on his superiors, you know, when he going to be bringing, I don't know, man. But that I was back and forth on, was this a dumb decision, bonehead decision, or, you know, is it a cool decision as far as Xavier is concerned by letting Billy in? What are your thoughts on that?
It's a complex decision. And the reason why I would say that is because you hit the nail on the head. If you are Secret Service detail, you have to pass so many security scrutinies that you're not going to be crazy. You're not going to have a criminal background like Billy did. That's TV. Unless you're under the Trump administration where they just let animals out the zoo run shit. And so
that was funny.
Okay, my bad. No, but your initial assessment, B, is right. You wouldn't dig too deep into his past because you know that there is a high level of scrutiny that comes with that job. Yeah. And then you spend a lot of time with this man on the job. You would think that he would know some personal things. And Billy clearly had this, he wanted family complex. He clearly had that because of everything that went wrong in his life. And then to make the whole thing more compounded, B. Avery, you've just seen the end of the world and you're stuck down here under who knows how many thousands of feet of mountain with only 25,000 people left. It's not a lot of friendships down there.
Yeah.
So I could see why in that, with all those denominators, why he got close to Billy without a full vetting process.
Got you. And I mean, the only thing I know about Secret Service is from movies and television. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never, went on some true rabbit hole expedition. That's how most of us know stuff. And so it can only be a certain degree of percentage true, false, whatever. But I was just thinking to myself, well, no, I was going to say, why would they have that information down there? But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. So never mind. Now, but I can't remember what you said if you saw the foreshadowing of Billy dying. But, usually when they give a large dramatic dump of emotion of a character or a situation when it comes to drama, they're out of there. Billy talking about his upbringing at the bar with the president when he was alive is a flashback in Xavier. No, the president was dead at the time. This was in the present day. He was just saying, man, we've been down here a while. It's just so crazy. But Billy Williams said that he really does appreciate it because he's never had a drink in a bar with a friend or anyone that he can call a friend. So with his crazy, rugged life, this is just nice. He don't give a crap that it's only 25,000 people. He's finally at peace. And that was a really deep Kodak moment for me. So I was like, man, I really want to like this Billy character until, we found out that he murdered those people up there. But that touched me. That scene did touch me. Did it touch you? Or you was like, you could see through all the BS and was like, no, F this guy.
Well, I've been calling out Billy three episodes. We only 4 episodes, and at episode 2, I told you it was something not right about Billy, and it was intuition. We had nothing to go by. Now, I was leaning more toward I wasn't thinking he killed the president. I was leaning more toward he had been in cahoots with the wrong people that are pulling the strings, and that came to be true.
Yeah.
I hate that he was able to be used by Sinister Sinatra like a pawn. Yeah. It shows a lack of integrity on his part, a lack of self-discipline, because she basically exploited him to do that killing. She basically sent him back to the type of person he had became in jail. And she used that weakness, even in the speech she had when they was doing their one-on-one. She brought that up to reiterate to him that he was a nothing, he was a nobody, he wasn't going anywhere. And if it wouldn't have been for her putting together her own damn DC Suicide Squad, his ass wouldn't be down there taking out people. Right. And so that made me have sympathy for Billy. Yeah. But the fact that he's drinking in the bar of the widowed husband that you shot cold blood, who done found out we can breathe air above ground. Yeah. There's most likely people above ground, all because Sinatra wants to be in control of everything. That was foul. I can't forgive him for that. I'm conflicted because I love the way he stayed loyal to X. I do love that. Yeah. But you can't do what he did because X wants to get out of there.
Yeah, he want to go find a wifey, Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And what sucks is, he played us the fool, man, when he was down there and they were talking about, it's just the mental thing of not knowing if anybody up there survived. We know. We got the data, we got the research, we got the samples. There's no life. Technically, if it is, it's 1%, and they was like, we just don't know. And I really believed him. And he's the only mofo been actually up there breathing the air, and I wouldn't, he had to have known. I was going to say, did he know that it was breathable before the wife of the bartender he executed? But he
didn't know.
Oh, he didn't know?
He didn't know. He didn't take off the mask until after he shot her.
True. I noticed that, but that was a weak-ass mask, bro. If it's supposed to be some type of chemicals and biohazard, he got that off Amazon or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
stop it.
But for real, I ain't even trying to be funny, though. Like, go ahead.
She had the same, the wife had the same kind of mask.
Okay, I don't remember that part. I mean, I believe you. I don't have a mental note right now. Yeah. But yeah, man, Billy, you can't do that, bro. You can't murder the people. No. You just can't do that, man. That's crazy.
So did you connect these dots, B. Avery? Did you connect these dots? I feel like, think about it like this. The president had to know that it was breathable air out there too. And it seems like Sinatra is just running around taking out everybody that knows you can leave her little damn mountain prison and you can go up top. Which makes me think that can we trust Gabrielle? Because why would the president tell Gabrielle to tell X, you can't trust Billy, when the only thing Billy did was kill those people? It makes you wonder, where is Gabrielle, Dr. Gabrielle, who had that opening scene with her and X-A. Oh, woo, Misty, baby, Misty. Can we trust the B. Avery? Can we trust her?
Maybe everything you just said since the last time I talked, we'll be able to talk about next episode.
Uh-oh. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. And I wanted to make sure that I stopped. But no, I have seen it. Before we talk about Gabrielle, I still want to stay on Billy for a second because we going deep on him. His origin story. He shot his uncle. Goddamn. Damn. Yeah. We don't know what happened to his parents. His parents could have. I mean, that's a tragedy in itself. I mean, they're not here, or either they're dead or they was abusive.
Right.
I mean, so either
if they're anything like the uncle.
Yeah. So either they could have been the nicest, sweetest people on the planet, but they could have passed away, or a number of things we don't know, or they was abusive. So that sucks in itself. Then when he with his abusive uncle, they made him shoot the damn dog. What for? Why did he make him shoot the dog? If he's sick, the dog would just wanted something to eat. I took it back, Lamont. I don't understand that. And then he ended up shooting him. Oh my God, that surprised me. Oh, I think I can't remember how I reacted, but I reacted. Also, Lamont,
I'll tell you what I thought.
Go ahead.
When the scene went down like that, I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to be able to tell my joke no more that white people love dogs more than black people, because this time Billy decided, I'm not killing the dog. I don't love this dog more. I mean, I love this dog more than I love this white guy. So Billy just broke my stereotype. Yeah, he chose to shoot the dog. He shot the downtrodden, mess up your confidence, have you trying to do things that you shouldn't be doing at that young of an age, uncle, instead of the dog. So he broke my stereotype.
Well, wait. What did he have him do at that age? He shouldn't be doing this. I mean, I don't believe in killing animals for sport. Right. I mean, that's just, if that's you, do you. I'm not here to argue or nothing. It's just not my cup of tea.
Right.
You can kill them for food, but what other than that, because some cultures, they take the sons and nephews and family out for hunting. But is there anything else that I missed that he shouldn't have been doing at that age?
He was, the way they portrayed Billy, he was clearly not mature enough to be killing something just yet.
I'll give you that.
Clearly, not mature enough. I mean, like, it's fine to take your children hunting, and if that's what you do, but you let them wait until there's a certain level of maturity. Don't thrust them into it. Warm them up to the position, because if you thrust them into it, you setting your child up for some failures and some mental health issues.
You know what? And I'm glad you said maturity instead of age. Because,
maturity.
Yeah, because and I'm not saying this as a negative, and I'm not trying to have a race war in the comment section. It's just different cultures. But a lot of white people, man, they'll take their young children hunting with him, stab the animal or kill the animal and eat the blood or lick the blood, not a bowl full of it, but just a little bit, and I'm not saying all white people do that, but that is, I don't know.
It's a stereotype. It's a stereotype.
Cool. We can leave. We can say that. I know that happens in some circles. I'll just say that. But fast forwarding just a tad bit, what did you think about that mercenary group that Billy was recruited to after he got out of prison and or juvenile at the very beginning? Do you have any thoughts?
I want to know more.
I have thoughts. I have feelings. I do.
I want to know more. Was that handpicked by Sinister Sinatra? Is more of them down there in the cave? I want to know more.
They didn't sell it for me. It wasn't believable. The men that they chose to fulfill those roles. Now, I learned a long time ago that when it comes to fighting, combat, and survival, you should never judge a book by its cover. I don't care. Man, dude can be a skinny twig and still kick your head off. Or a dude can be 350 pounds and do a jumping, spinning tornado kick and hit you 3 times in the face and you don't know where. I'm just saying. But it was just something about them. I'm like, wait a minute, man. Y'all bark is a little bit too bigger than your bite. And that apparently was the case. Now, the first time I saw this episode, it made me extremely uncomfortable the way that Billy beat that guy. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, okay, well, he did say, which one of y'all can take him out? Billy ran up and whooped his ass, but it still made me uncomfortable. That was just too brutal. And I'm like, why didn't anybody break it up? Okay, he won. He proved himself. Y'all gonna let the man kill him? I think he killed the man. Did he?
He did. Yeah, I think he killed him.
What? Jesus Christ. Forgive me. But what is going on, Lamont? What is going on?
These guys were supposed to be the worst of the worst. And now, like you said, I have to agree with you. The acting for whoever was that little battalion leader, it was terrible. I didn't buy his leadership, his command. It was like
nothing.
It was like he came from a soap opera. He was not supposed to be out there trying to lead them. I ain't buy that. Right. And I really didn't buy the big guy either, to be honest with you.
Definitely no.
I didn't buy it. And I'm going to tell y'all firsthand right now, I used to box. I used to wrestle. The bigger the guy is, the less I'm afraid of them. Because the smaller dudes that have endurance and they know how to use leverage, them dudes is going to always be more dangerous than rangy, bulky dudes because of the way they can stick and move. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I would have preferred you to have got a different physique to be the guy that you're going to say is the badass. Unless this is something magical, or something mythological,
right,
something like that. But if this is real deal human beings, that guy, he ain't feel the role.
Neither one of them, man. And I'm not saying you got to have a 6-pack or anything like that. It's just...
No.
People that can throw down come in all different shapes and sizes, but they just didn't fit the mold. To me, if y'all disagree, let me know.
Let us know.
We got a brief scene of a flashback of them actually trying to get into the bunker. I thought that was interesting how the president was kind of riding by, looking at Xavier and his family looking guilty, like, damn, she didn't make it. That's what was crossing my mind right there. Yeah, that's sad, man. Like,
it is.
Just seeing all these people panic like this and just like, what, like the world is coming to an end. Like, bro, like my brain would melt. Like, what the crap is going on? Interesting.
But let me ask you a question. Because I thought about this.
Okay.
It's 2 points really. Number one. You know that they could probably take this 2 more seasons as they start to expand and go outside the cave. That's number one.
I have a question for you at the end, but go ahead.
And then number 2, X's wife is probably alive.
Yes.
Leading people on the outside.
I like it. I didn't think about I thought about her probably being alive, but I didn't think about her leading the revolution. We're going to go get my husband and my babies.
Yeah, the revolution is not televised.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, and you got me coughing.
And she's probably gonna know. Because she was recruited to help with what's going on down there, she's going to know you can't trust Sinister Sinatra.
You know what I'm saying?
Sinister Sinatra is not going to want people leaving, going to the outside, nor is she going to want people coming from the outside to come in, which is going to make X's wife kind of like a Harriet Tubman for the underground mountaintop.
Y'all, did y'all know Lamont is a writer? I'm a writer. He is building them credits. You know what? And they're gonna call season 2 or 3 Paradise versus Earth or Paradise versus the Surface. I'm being crazy. You can throw that away. No, seriously, no BS. That I actually like all that. That's fascinating.
Hey, season 2, Behavior can be Paradise Lost.
There you go. Whatever you say, sir. Now, I do have a question for you at the end, though, because I was thinking about that multiple seasons, so hopefully we don't forget that. But let's continue on with this story here, and I want to talk about now Xavier and Miss Gabriella. Yes. They were clapping the cheeks, and I'm going to assume that they both had a good time. And he wakes up in the morning, oh shit, slept naked. I gotta go to my kids don't know where I'm at right now. She's like, damn, man, I was hoping you could hit it one more time. They ain't never stayed home by themselves. Your daughter seems like she's 14 years old. Like, what's the rush? You know what I'm saying?
I was
gonna make breakfast.
Now you see why the daughter is the way she is? Now you see why the daughter is the way she is? Because he broke the code. And he's probably been breaking the code. Like when she came home and had those fake ass bacon pieces, she was like, you didn't call, you didn't text, nothing like that. And she's taking care of the little man. Yeah. So that's why she's hard grizzled.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man, but I got you. He had to dip. That's unfortunate.
He dipped all right. Dipped in the Mexican jumping beans.
He did. I'm gonna say they did it at least twice. Once in the shower and once in the bed. At least twice. But my goodness gracious, Lamont, he is the king of making things awkward on that second encounter. When that whole thing at the carnival was childish as hell to me. People looking across the way. I see they turning around like, oh, ducking and dodging. I'm like, what are we? This is worse than high school. But man, when she walked up to him, he's like, oh my God, son, she's coming. Like he was a 7th grader or something. And she's like, hey, last night was great. She's like, bro, just chill out. You're good. That was awful. But at the same time, I want to give him some grace because he's been off the market for a while. He don't know if his wife is still alive or not. He got a son right there. So yeah, it will be a little awkward. A little, so maybe they played it right. But that scene tickled me though. How'd you feel about it in Gabriella and Xavier's relationship thus far?
I'm kind of incomplete on the way they picked up with Gabriella and their relationship, because if I was X and we in the shower about to get it on, and you tell me that this guy that I've been knowing has been my right-hand man working with me can't be trusted, that the president said it, my penis is going to run right back into my stomach. I'm not going to be able to screw her because I'm gonna be too worried about whatever. I'm gonna be too worried about whatever it is you need to say about Billy. I'm not gonna be able to finish the job thinking about that. So I would have loved them to have had a conversation about what happened, then get back in the mood, play some Barry Gordy, some Boys the Men, and then you finish clapping them hot Mexican cheeks. But I don't like the way I wanted some details. I wanted them to flesh out that conversation before they got in the sheets.
Yeah, because and when they're at I got you. And when they're at the carnival, she approached him, was like, "Hey, did you go talk to Billy?" He did. It's not the guy. She's like, "I wonder why Kyle said it was," and she kind of just left it at that. How are you feeling about?
Do you trust her? Do you trust her?
Yes.
I don't trust her no more.
You don't?
I don't trust her.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm out.
Do you trust the kids?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Make sure I do too.
Definitely.
How you feel about Presley and the president's son, and just Presley in general?
You got my prediction last week.
Named after Elvis as well, but keep going. Say more.
Yeah.
Say more.
You got my prediction last week. Remember, I was basically saying that somehow, some way, those kids are going to team up and have to somehow be a huge part in uncovering this mystery, or a huge part in saving whatever's going to need to be saved by the end of this season. And I still think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, I can see it. I just hope it's earned. I just hope I just don't want it to be nothing goofy, some Scooby Doo with a little 10-year-old boy just does something crazy. I mean, it can be innovative and cool, but I just want the execution. I don't know why. I guess I'm being biased against children or child actors or something. But I don't know. I don't know. You guys let me know if I'm.
They've tried to set up Presley as even though she's like maybe 14 or 15, they've tried to set her up to be more mature than the average person her age. They've tried, like, you can see it through a lot of her behavior and actions. They're setting her up to be more mature than that. We haven't seen enough of the president's son to get a good feel of him, other than he's a recluse and she's helping him come out of his shell. And that might be the two team ups that we need to keep an eye on in terms of infiltrating and helping people.
Man, I'm sorry if you have an answer, but do you like the son or you don't like him?
I don't know. Okay, I can't say either way.
That's fair. That is very, very fair. Lamont. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and ask my little fun question right here.
Okay.
Do you think at some point in time, aliens will come into play in this show, whether it's season 2 or 3? The reason, and I know that's a long reach, because is it clear we know what caused the disaster outside? I know they mentioned a giant tidal wave, and the only thing I can think of is if the moon was destroyed, or they said it was asteroid, meteorite debris that was falling to the earth, or it just could be aliens, or or just a giant earthquake, like a giant worldwide earthquake. I don't know, but how I mean, aliens is kind of far, but
yeah, I think that the way they've set up this story, it would mess it up if they brought aliens. It would kind of make it goofy. It wouldn't fit.
I'm just having fun too, by the way. But
yeah, you're good. It wouldn't fit with what they've done, because, like you said, what happened has supposed to been tied to global warming and created a huge tsunami or tidal wave that took out the East Coast. But here's the problem: when you see them on land, why are we seeing snow? Did that tsunami cause a new ice age? Did it, it block out that part of the world where they're located? Why are we seeing what looks to be snow but could be burning ash? Why did we see that when Billy was staged up there taking out the people that went on the expedition? Right. So it's not going to be aliens. And I really hope that Xavier's wife and her battalion and her leadership can give us the answers we need.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. It's snow or ash. Maybe it was a bunch of volcanoes erupted, exploded.
Good point. Yeah.
I mean, I don't. If you have a giant tidal wave that meets with a volcano that's active or non-active, I'm not a geologist, of the people that study rocks, but I'm not an expert. But I can imagine that's going to F some stuff up and cause some chaos, So I'm just thinking about, you see Rings of Power?
Yeah.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw how season 1 ended?
A little bit.
Okay, well, if you want to know what I'm talking about, go to Amazon, watch the second to last episode of Rings of Power, and what happens at the end of that episode is kind of made with what happened in the show, but just on a much larger scale, opposed to just a body of land.
Gotcha.
What?
So go ahead. When you do have something like, so basically, when you do have global warming and climate change, it creates an imbalance that can not only shift the tidal waves, but it can also have issues where we're starting to have more volcanic eruptions. You're starting to have transverse weather in places that they wouldn't normally see it. And before I get over people's heads, you can see weird weather like snow in Hawaii because of global warming, that type of thing. So but to me, B. Avery, that looked more like ash. Because Billy had the head thing on, the lady had the head thing on, but they didn't have anything covering their eyes, if you notice that too. So whatever it was, it couldn't be but so dangerous, which would make you think it's snow. So I don't know.
And then, again, we don't know they didn't teleport outside. They was on foot, so they only went so far. We still don't know what's going on the other side of the world. We don't. I mean, it would not make sense for. Well, I don't want to say that, but it doesn't seem like it wouldn't make sense for just this area of land. That's the only people left. I mean, there's smart, capable people all around the globe. What did I leave out, man? Anything else that we need to cover, or you want to get off your chest? Any other plot points or story elements that we did not? I know one the first episode, someone left a comment like, "Y'all didn't pay attention to this certain note that so and so passed." I was like, "Okay, yeah, we didn't talk about this, so I just wanted to make sure we covered everything, all types of theories, and
I think we nailed everything. Now, granted, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be perfect on every single detail. We tend to catch most of them, especially me, because I'll be watching like a chicken hawk. Yeah. But we don't catch all of them because sometimes there are bigger plot points and bigger events that merit just a little bit more attention when you're doing a back and forth conversation that B would normally cover by himself. So, just keep leaving us your comments. And, we can always do a show where we go back and follow up on those comments, maybe as the season progresses or the season is over. But I think we handled this particular episode to the best of our ability, man, because it was a lot going on. It made us torn on Billy. I'm twisted on Dr. Gabrielle. I would love to see her in that same light again. I'm mad at Jane, get in my pants, kill you through my mouth, and sinister Sinatra. What can I say? I need to know more about the president's wife, B. Avery. I think she's in cahoots with something. I need to know more about her.
I cannot wait to talk to you about episode 5. I think you're going to be pretty satisfied.
Lord, I'm scared.
All I'm saying is they address a lot. But guys, that is going to be our recap review reaction for Paradise episode 4 titled Agent Billy Pace. Let's see what episode, did I got this? Okay, this is episode 5. In the palaces of Crown King, Xavier faces the consequences of his investigation, forcing him to consider how to proceed. Yeah, that's true. Meanwhile, Cass family history in last days. That's true. Yeah, it's a good one, man. It is a good one. But before we get there, guys, make sure you subscribe to Lamont's channel. He got a bunch of stuff over there that he would appreciate you can check him out. And whether you watch this on my channel or his channel, subscribe to both our channels. We both would really appreciate you helping us reach that next milestone. And also, what else? I got anything else I want to talk about on here? Yeah, check out my reaction for the new Sinners trailer with Michael B. Jordan. And also I did a trailer reaction for Magazine Dreams, Jonathan Majors film. And I got a couple of episodes for the new Spider-Man Disney Plus show that is on Disney Plus. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But guys, before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont. And that's just our opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time. Singing the song on the outro. Leave a comment, subscribe.